What is up, Prayer Faithful? It's your boy. We are back, and we got a lot to go over, my friends. So buckle up and let's get it going. All right, so in my last episode 18, if you haven't watched it, please go back and check it out. That was the game where we defeated the Dodgers, and rightfully so. So I want to kind of piggyback off of that. Basically, we defeated the Dodgers in game one. We lost the second and third game, but the first game was the most important because we wanted to clinch the Wildcard series, and that's what we accomplished in that first game. The second game and third game didn't go our way. The second game was pretty close. I think we lost by 1 run, and then the third game I can't remember what the score was. So we moved on from there. We went to Arizona. We had already clinched the wild card series, so it wasn't too important, but we did want to get home field advantage, and we did that by winning the first game in that series against the Diamondbacks. The second and third games of that series didn't really matter. We were already going to have home field advantage, and so we benched a lot of our star players. I think Manny Machado took a day off, Bogarts, Tatis, Arraez. A lot of the star players got benched on those 2 games. I mean, he actually did really good, which is not surprising because he's been doing really good this whole time since we got him at the trade deadline. He's been doing amazing, way better than what I expected and probably what you expected. So he's been a pleasant surprise for the Padres because he's definitely been able to go in there and pitch like 5 innings at least. And so, I mean, he's done really good, better than some of our starters sometimes, that we had, while Musgrove was out, while Darvish was out. So hats off to Martin Perez, and also hats off to your boy Matt Waldron, who made a guest appearance from AAA, came back as a surprise and finished that game off. So it was actually Randy Vasquez that came in on Saturday, and then it was Martin Perez who came in on Sunday. And that was the day that Matt Waldron came in and basically picked up the second half of that game against the Diamondbacks. We did lose that game. I think they beat us like 11 to something, but we did win the second game. And like I said, second and third game didn't mean anything. We were already clinched. We had home field advantage. It was basically a day to give our star players the day off, Saturday and Sunday, and that's exactly what we did. We were still able to win the second game, even though we had all our star players out. So that was cool. So that was the Diamondback series. And then we came back to San Diego, and we had to face either the Mets or the Braves, but we didn't know because it all hinged on what happened on Monday with the doubleheader in Atlanta between the Mets and the Braves. And that also impacted whether the D-backs were going to still be in the wild card. So D-backs got eliminated. Both the Mets and the Braves were able to get a wild card spot. They just had to win 1 game each, and that's exactly what happened. Braves won 1 game, the Mets won 1 game. And then they came to San Diego, so we ended up facing the Braves, which was really awesome if you got a chance to go to any of those games. Playoff game atmosphere here in San Diego. I didn't get a chance to go. I feel like I keep saying that, but I went to a lot of games during the regular season, and so yeah, ticket prices were a little bit, obviously they're going to go up for playoff series. But last night I went to Social Tap, which is, if you've never been there, it's a bar in the gas lamp, and it's literally right next to the Petco Park. Their patio is basically in the Petco Park, so it's pretty cool because you still get the energy. You can see the stands from there. It's pretty cool. You get, you can kind of get the vibe from the game. The only thing I do not like about that situation is that the TVs that they have in there are about a minute behind what's actually happening in real life. So if you're in the bar, you can hear the crowd. If like Tatis hits a home run to the second deck, you're going to hear the crowd go crazy, and then you look at the television monitors and he still hasn't even got up to bat yet. So that's the only thing that sucks about that. If you like to be kind of like in suspense and know what's going on without like your friend telling you, oh yeah, Tatis about to hit a home run, you're like, fuck, So that's the only thing I don't like about that part. But other than that, it's pretty cool. And there was a lot of space in there. Fair play, there was nowhere to sit. I was standing the whole time. And at Social Tap, I found a spot at the bar, which was I was a little surprised actually. But both of those games were great. It was a 3-game series, but if we won 2 out of 3, series was over. So we won the first 2 games, basically swept the Braves, and we were able to get an extra day off, which is today, which is awesome because the entire team gets 2 days to rest, Thursday and Friday, and then we're off to LA to play against the team over there. But I did want to go back over some of the game. All right, so let's talk about these games right here against the Braves. It was pretty gnarly. The cool thing, there was a lot of cool things that happened. Of course, Tatis hit his massive home run. He almost fell after he hit the ball.
Here's Fernando Tatis. He swings, sends one high and deep to left. He's watching, so are 44,000 others. Oh, what a start for the Padres as Tatis leaves the building and this place is on its feet. Padres lead it 2-0.
You almost could anticipate it. This young man has not got a chance to play in this kind of atmosphere in his career. But I can tell you one thing, this is a young man that rises to the occasion. First pitch hacking, 2-run bomb, Padres on the board here early.
So that was pretty gnarly, and that was cool. And then the unexpected or the expected, I don't know anymore with Higgy. That guy has hit 2 home runs. He hit a home run in game 1 and in game 2. And he always hits it to the Higgy bank, which is left field. They don't go out very far, but they go out far enough.
And one away in the bottom of the 8th inning. Higashioka coming up.
Higashioka, left field, deep, and over the wall. Kyle Higashioka. He is 3 for 3 against Atlanta in now 10 postseason games, and all 3 hits have been home runs.
Higashioka, the home run stroker.
It's more than what, let's say, Xander Bogaerts does. I think Xander Bogaerts went 0 in both of these games, if I'm not mistaken. I know for sure he hasn't done much. He hasn't really hit the ball at all. I mean, if he hits a ball, it's going to be a grounder to get it out. And it's kind of going back to his ways when he was in the slump before he left because of an injury. I don't know what's going on with Bogey, man. I really wish he could help us out with some offense. We really need it. We're going to need it against the team in LA. I don't know what's going on with him, but we need some offense from him. Same thing with Cronenworth. Crony hasn't really been doing too much either. I mean, I think he's doing better than Xander, though, so which is not saying much. Profar, he's doing all right. He's doing better than Crony and Xander, I believe. So he's not as bad, but we're going to need these guys. We're going to need all the offense that we can get. As long as Arraez, Tatis, Machado, and of course, Rookie of the Year, Jackson Merrill, as long as he keeps doing what he's doing, we should be okay, but it's not going to be enough. Yesterday's game, we scored all our runs. I think it was like in the 2nd inning, we got like 5 runs. And the game before that, same thing. I think it was like the 2nd inning, we got all our runs, 4 or 5 runs in that game. And after that, the bats were pretty silent until Higgy hit his home run. So the offense, it's not, the offense is not struggling, but it's not doing as good as we would like. So what that means is there's a lot of pressure on the pitchers to throw strikes, to get ground outs and stuff from the batters. And people like, I forgot the guy's name, Shohei Ohtani. He is not going to ground out. He's probably not going to strike out. So folks like him, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, all these guys, they're a pretty strong offense. So we can't rely on our pitching to do. Even though we have a really good pitching staff, we also have to produce some runs. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. It also depends on the Dodgers and their pitcher and their pitching staff too. Yamamoto's going to be pitching on Saturday. It was going to be Flaherty, but they did the old switcheroo, and now it's going to be Yamamoto against Dylan Cease on Saturday. Dylan Cease, he's still doing good. But we'll see how it goes on Saturday. I'm hoping we can get the dub. We got the pitching. We have the bullpen, and I think we can win this game. But we need to win 3 out of 5. So that's what it's gonna happen. That's what it's gonna come down to. Going back to the Braves, man, and going back to Game 1 against the Braves, Michael King on the mound. That guy dominated that game. I mean, this dude was on fire. He had one of the best, second to I think only Kevin Brown from like 1998. Michael King had one of the best pitching performances in the postseason for the Padres in Padres history. That's how good he was on that Game 1 against the Braves. So he did an amazing job. Huge shout out to Michael King. I don't think anybody thought he was going to go out there and do that good. Everybody was like, what? We're going to have Michael King? What happened to Dylan Cease? So big shout outs to Michael King. All right, so let's wrap this up. Just want to give you some more information for this weekend. So you can go up to Dodger Stadium on Saturday. There was tickets still available according to Padres blogger on Instagram. You could get tickets still, and if you want to drive up to LA, I think they still have tickets for Saturday and Sunday, but they're complaining because they can't buy tickets here in San Diego, which doesn't make any sense. It's like, bro, you have 2 games in your city on Saturday and Sunday. Why don't you buy those tickets, which are still available, but they want to come to San Diego? Come on. We all know why. Because Petco Park is the best. And Petco Park's not that new. It's 20 years old. It was built in 2004. So quit complaining. Just quit complaining, Dodger fans. And shut the hell up. Anyways, so you got Game 1 and 2. And if you're not going to those games, you don't want to go to Dodger Stadium. And I can totally understand why. You can watch the games at a watch party at Petco Park in Gallagher Square. You do have to buy a ticket. It's $5, and that money all goes to the San Diego Padres Foundation, which is a foundation that Peter Seidler cared a lot about because the money from the foundation goes to help people in the community. So homeless people and other folks in need. Quit being stingy. Quit complaining. Donate $5, and you can check out the game at Gallagher Square with the rest of the Fire Faithful on the big screen. I think it's like 75-foot big screen, and they are going to have concessions. They're also going to have the Padres store is going to be open, stuff like that. They're going to have a couple other things going on too, probably like some music and stuff like that on the stage there at Gallagher Square. So that's Saturday and Sunday. The Game 3 will be back here in San Diego. That's the game that the Dodger fans are complaining about. You'll have Game 3 here in San Diego. And if the winner of the series hasn't been determined yet, then they'll play a Game 4 here in San Diego. And if there still hasn't been a winner, they'll go to Game 5 in LA on Friday, I believe. And so 2 games in LA, 2 games down here. And then 5th game, if needed, it'll be in LA. And you can watch that game at Gallagher Square as well. So that's what's going on. That's the information you need to know. You can also go to some of the breweries. I think it's AleSmith. It's called AleSmith Brewing Company. So you can go hang out with them, watch the game there. Game 1, Saturday, 5:30, Petco Park, if you want to watch it on the big screen there, or watch it from where we're going to be at. It's going to be on Fox Sports 1, FS1 television. If you don't have a subscription, or if you don't have cable, you can watch it wherever you want, somewhere in the community. That's usually what I do because I don't have cable. Remember, this team is built, not bought. We don't have $1 billion payroll. We have Jerkson Profar, who's basically paid the league minimum. We have a rookie in Jackson Merrill, who also makes the minimum. We have Cronenworth, who has a long-term contract. Musgrove, Darvish, Tatis, Machado. All these folks are tied in to the Padres for the rest of their careers. And we actually cut payroll somewhere between 70 and 90 million. The numbers vary, but we actually cut our payroll this year. So we're playing with the team that was built with players that have heart. And that's something that you cannot buy. Don't forget to check out my stickers. I have an Etsy store. I'll put the link in the bio. Also, my shirts. I am going to be printing a couple of new shirts out. Hopefully, I might even have another design. I hope I can get it done by the time the World Series is here. Please like and subscribe to this video. Check me out on Instagram as well, LFGSDPadres. So as Jorge Alfaro said, let's fucking go San Diego. And let's beat LA. Peace. I'm out.